أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way Course 5 page 18 pointer B. Today we will study Surah Al-Baqarah verses 122 and 123. We saw the first juz has 4 quarters, each comprise 5 pages. The first 5 pages we studied in QC2 with 37 ayah. The second 5 pages we studied in QC3 with 39 ayah. And the next 5 pages we studied in QC4 with 29 ayah. And the last 5 pages we are studying now in QC5 with 36 ayah. Inshallah, in this QC5 we will complete 141 ayahs of the Surah Al-Baqarah. And thus we will complete the first juz. Let's to keep the pointers on the fingers. The 16-page pointers are abrogation, don't question, wish of the people of the book, paradise for Jews and Christians only. Abrogation, don't question, wish of the people of the book, paradise for Jews and Christians only. The 17-page pointers are Jews and Christians fight among themselves. The injustice block mass. Christians made asan for Allah. Ignorance say Allah talk to them. Once again, Jews and Christians fight among themselves. The injustice block the mosque. Christians made asan for Allah. Ignorance say Allah talk to them. Let's have the brief pointer for the page 16. Abrogation, question, wish, paradise. Abrogation, question, wish, paradise. For the 17-page pointers are Jews and Christians, the injustice, Christians ignore. Jews and Christians, the injustice, Christians, and the ignorant. Let's to proceed with the page 18. The first pointer for the page 18 is Jews and Christians will never be pleased. The second pointer is Bani Israel remember the favor. Third pointer is test of Ibrahim al-Islam. Fourth pointer is house of Allah and the seat. Let's keep them on the fingers. For the 18th page, Jews and Christians will never be pleased. Bani Israel remember the favor. Test of Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah and the city. Once again, Jews and Christians will never be pleased. Bani Israel remember the favor. Test of Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah and the city. Let's have the brief pointer for the page 18. Jews and Christians, Bani Israel, Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah. Once again, Jews and Christians, Bani Israel, Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah. Let's to go for the second pointer of the page 18. That is Bani Israel remember the favors. The link with the previous verses is after a long address to Bani Israel reminding them about their past, Allah gives them one more reminder here. So these are the 2 days ayah. If somebody want to recite, please go ahead. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن يا بني إسرائيل اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأني فضلتكم على الأعلمين واتقوا يوما لا تجزي نفس عن نفس شيء ولا يقبل منها عدل ولا تنفعها شفاعة ولا هم ينصرون. O children of the Israel, remember my favor which I bestowed on you, and I prefer you over the world, and fear a day when no soul will avail another in the least, and no compensations will be accepted from it, and nor will any intercessions benefit it, nor will they be helped. Let's to go for the identification of the words of these ayah. Ya is a harfu calling in the harfu nida. Bani is an isa. Israel isa. Uzkuru. Uskuru is a verb. Zakara yazkuru uzkur. From uzkur, uzkuru. So it's a plural amr form. The next is ni'mati. Ni'mat is a ism. Ya mutakhallam again ism. Ism plus ism when joined, there be the relation here. So it's called the murakabe idafi. Allati. It's a ism masula for the feminine. For the masculine, we say allazi, allazina. For the feminine, we say allati singular and plural is allati and allai. It have two plural. Anamtu. This two, that is the sign telling it's a madi verb. And two is representing ana. Anamtu. It's a isa. It's a fail. Fail of ana. Allah alaykum. Allah is a harf jar. So after harf jar is always there is a ism, and that is majroor, mean in the state of jar, maybe it not having a kasra sign. Alaykum, it's a jar majroor. Wow is a harf. Anni is a harf. Ya is a mutakhallim, so it's a compound. Faddaltukum, remove the kum is a zamir attached. Faddaltu, this word two is telling it's a madi verb, just like fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, fa'altu, tu. So that is faddaltu, anamtu. So these all telling they are the madi verb and representing ana. Kum is a zamir isa. Next, ala is a harf jar. After it always will be followed an ism. Al alamin is a ism here. And moreover, alif lam is telling it's an ism. And yanun is telling it's a masculine, because the plural of masculine is with addition of wawnun and yanun. The next is waw. Waw is a harf. Ittaku, ittaka, yattaki, ittaku. It's a amr plural. The next is yawman. Look, there is a tanween, mean the double fatah, fatatan. The fatatan telling it's an ism. La is a harf. Tajzi, ta is a mudara ilamat. Ilamat mudara. So it's a mudari verb. Jaza yajzi. From yajzi, tajzi. Nafsan. Nafsan, look, the tanween mean double dhamma. Dhammatan. The dhammatan or the tanween is the sign of ism. So nafsan is a ism. An is a harfijar. And after a harfijar, always there be a ism. And that will be majroor. That is nafsin. Look, it have the kasra because it's majroor. So an and nafsin is jar majroor. The harfijar plus ism is jar majroor. Shayyan. Shayyan, look, there is double fatah, mean the tanween, fatatan. That is telling us in ism. Waw is a harf, la is a harf. Yukbalu is a special verb. Let's to see. It's starting with the dhamma. When a verb starts with dhamma, we always have to see either it is a maf'ul bihi or not. Look, it's a mudari. The maf'ul bihi, the majhul. We have to look the majhul. Majhul always have a dhamma on the beginning. If it's madi, the first letter of the dhamma should have a kasra. That is madi. But it's a mudari. In mudari, the majhul sign is first letter will have a dhamma, and the letter from the last letter, before the last letter, will have fatha. Look here, the last letter is la. Before it is ba. Ba has a fatha. So it fulfills the requirement of the majhul mudari. So it's a mudari majhul. First letter dhamma, and the letter before last letter have a fatha. So yukbalu is a majhul, mudari majhul, mean the verb. Next is min. Min is a harf jar followed by a ism. That is a ha is a ism. So jar majrur. Adlun. Look, there is tanween. Dhammatan, mean double dhamma on the lam, telling it's an ism. Waw is a harf, la is a harf. Tanfa'u, ha is a zamir attached. Remove it. Tanfa'u. Ilamat mudari, ta is telling it's a verb. Mudari verb. So it's a mudari verb. Remove the ta ilamat mudari. We are left with three letters, nun, fa, ain. So nafa'a, yanfa, infa. It's a three-letter sound verb of slasi mujarrad. Next is shafa'atun. The round ta telling it's an ism. Remember, any word which have round ta at end, that is the sign of ism. Just like Tanween has a sign of ism. Round ta is always represent an ism. So it's an ism, and moreover, it's a singular. It's a feminine, and it's a common noun, mean nakra, because there is no alif lam. So you identify all the four aspects of this word. Ism, feminine, singular, and nakra. And rafa, of course, it's have that double dhamma, it's rafa, rafa. So the wa is a half, la is a half, whom is a zamir, ism, yunsarun. We have to be very careful because it's starting with dhamma. When any word is start dhamma, first of all, we have to see either it's a majhul or not. Let's to see. Is mudare, the mudare majhul, first letter will have dhamma. The letter before the last letter will have fatha. Look, yansuruna, wanun is a plural sign. Remove it. What is left? Yansuru. What is the last letter? Ra. What is the letter before it? Sad. Does it have a fatha? Yes. So it's a majhul, mudare majhul. Yunsaruna, mudare majhul. How we proved? First letter fatha, dhamma. The letter before the last letter fatha. That is the way it is. Yuf'alu. Yuf'alu. It is yunsaru. It's have the same pattern. So it's a mudare majhul. So we got two majhul here. One this yunsaruna, the second one yukbalu. So we got the two mudare. Both are the mudare majhul. Let's have an identification again of the words ya is a harf, bani ism, Israila ism, uskuru verb of amr, nemat ism, ya ism, allati ism. Again, it's a feminine. An'amtu is again the verb madi. Ala harf, kum is a zamir ism, jar majrur, wa is a harf, anni is a harf, ya is a ism. Faddaltu, again the madi verb. Kum is a zamir, ala is a harf, al-alamin is ism and masculine and plural and proper noun. Wa is a harf, ittaku is a amr verb, yawmun again the ism, la is a harf, tajzi is a mudari verb, nafs is a ism, an is a harf jar, nafsin is a majrur, so jar majrur, shay'an is a ism. Waw is a harf, la is a harf, yukbalu, majhul, mudare majhul, verb. Min is a harf, ha is a zamir ism, adlun is a ism, waw is a harf, la is a harf, tanfa'u, mudare verb, talasi mujarrad, three-letter sound verb, ha is a zamir ism, shafa'atun, again an ism, feminine, singular, and common, mean the nakra. Wa is a half, la is a half, whom is a zamir, yunsarun, again a special verb, majhul, mudare majhul. From nasara, yansuru, unsur, from that it is yunsaruna, mudare majhul. Let's see the lessons from these ayah. Bani Israel were chosen over all other nations. This was a great favor upon them by Allah, as well as a huge responsibility to follow the message. Remembering Allah's favor helps us develop gratitude and makes it easy to follow Allah's commands. Day of judgment will be very tough. No helper will be there on that day except the Allah. Remembering it will make it easy to overcome wrong temptations and the desires. Look the new words in each line, sifr, sifr, sifr. Not even the one on the average. Let's go for word and the phrase for phrase, translations and explanation. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillah. Ya bani, ya o bani, children, Israel of Israel. Uzkuru, remember, ni'mati, my favor, allati, that or which, an'amtu, I bestward, alaykum, upon you. Wa and anni, that I, faddaltukum, preferred you, ala or al-alamin, the worlds. Let's to go for the explanation of this. After relating so many historical events, Allah reminds them again of His favors. Allah had sent a number of prophets among them and also made some of them kings and the rulers. They did not earn those favors nor deserve them. They were due purely to Allah's mercy and the kindness. Remembering Allah's favor help us to be closer, sincere, and obedient to Allah. Instead of thanking Allah by following His command, they become arrogant, mocked at Allah's messengers and the rules, and were proud of hollow rituals and the customs. They should have accepted the message of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but became his opponents instead. Think like Bani Israel, we have been awarded so many favors. The most important favors are we are given the Quran and we are in the Ummah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alif, now it's your turn. If somebody kindly revise this ayah. Okay. Ya Bani, O children Israel of Israel, Uzkuru, remember ni'mati, my favor, Allati, which an'amtu I bestward, alaykum upon you, wa anni, and that I faddaltukum, I prefer you, alal, over al-alameen, the worlds. Let's go for the second ayah. Bismillah. Wa and ittaqu, fear. Yawman, a day, la, Lord, tajzi, will be availed, nafsan, a soul, and nafsin, another soul, shayan, anything, wala, and not yukbalu, be accepted, minha, from it, adlun, any compensation, wala, and not tanfuha, will be benefited, shafaatun, any intercession, wala, and not whom they, yunsarun, will be helped. So let's go for the explanation. Don't lose the focus. Keep the day of judgment in favor of in front of your eyes. If a person remembers the day of judgment, we will not be misled by shaitan and will follow the truth, even if it is difficult to or against his or her wishes. On that day, no person will be held responsible for no money, no recommendations, and no power can come and help you except with Allah's permission. Let's take a hadith here. Narrated Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, on the day of resurrection, Allah will hold the whole earth and fold the heavens with his right hand and say, I am the king. Where are the kings of the earth? Let's to revise this once again. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wattaqu, and fear. Yawman, a day. La tazzi, will not avail. Nafsan, a soul. And nafsin, another soul. Shayun, anything. Wala yukbalu, and will not be accepted minha, from it. Adlun, any compensation. Wala tanfa'uha, and will not benefit it. Shafaatun, any intercession. Wala, and not whom they yunsarun, will be helped. Let's have the lessons learned from these ayats. Bani Israel were chosen over all other nations. This was a great favor upon them by Allah, as well as a huge responsibility to follow the message. Remembering Allah's favor helps us develop gratitude and makes it easy to follow Allah's commands. Day of judgment will be very tough. No helper will be there on that day except Allah. Remembering it will make it easy to overcome wrong temptations and the desires. Let's to pray. O Allah, make me your thankful and obedient servant. Grant me Jannah on the day of judgment and out of your mercy. Make a plan. Inshallah, I will remember Allah's favors, especially when doing the zikr of Alhamdulillah. Let's to see the asma. Nema, plural is nam. Alif, plural is alameen. Yom, plural is ayyam. Nafs, plural is anfus. Let's to see the three letter sound verbs. Kabila, yakbalu, ikbil. Kabilun, makbulun, kabulun. Kaf, ba, lam is the root letter. Bab is Samia. Nafa'a, yanfa'u, infa. Nafun, manfun, nafun. Nun fa'in is the root letter. Bab is fataha. Shafa'a, yashfa'u, ishfa. Shafun, mashfu'un, shafa'un. Shin fa'in is the root letter. Bab is fataha. Nasara, yansuru, unsur. Nasirun, mansurun, nasrun. Nun swadra is the root letter. Bab is Nasara itself. So let's have the table of Kabila. Kabila, he accepted. Kabilu, they accepted. Kabilta, you accepted. Kabiltu, I accepted. Kabiltum, you all accepted. Kabilna, we accept. Kabiltu, she accepted. Yakbulu, he accept. Yakbuluna, they accept. Takbulu, you accept. Takbalu, I accept. Takbuluna, you all accept. Nakbalu, we accept. Takbulu, she accept. Ikbal, expect. Accept. Iqbalu, accept you all. La taqbul, don't accept. La taqbulu, don't accept you all. Qabilun, the one who accept. Maqbulun, the one to be accepted. Qabulun, to accept. 60. Qabila, yaqbulu, iqbil, qabilun, maqbulun, qabulun. Qaf, ba, lam is the root letter. Bab is Samia. Nafa. Nafa, he profited. Nafa, they profited. Nafata, you profited. Nafatu, I profited. Nafatu, you profited. Nafana, we profited. Nafat, she profited. Yanfu, he profits. Yanfuna, they profit. Tanfo, you profit. Tanfo, I profit. Tanfona, you all profit. Nanfo, we profit. Tanfo, she profit. Infa, profit. Info, profit you all. La tanfa, don't profit. La tanfo, don't profit you all. Nafun, profit. Manfun, the one to be profited. Nafun, profit. 60. Nafa, yanfo, infa. Nafun, manfun, nafun. Nun, fa, n is the root letter. Bab is fatah. Shafa, he recommended. Shafa, they recommended. Shafata, you recommended. Shafatu, I recommended. Shafatu, you all recommended. Shafana, we recommended. Shafat, she recommended. Yashfau, he recommends. Yashfauna, they recommend. Tashfau, you recommend. Ashfau, I recommend. Tashfauna, you all recommend. Nashfau, we recommend. Tashfau, she recommend. Ishfa, recommend. Ishfau, recommend. Not Ashfa, don't recommend. La Ashfa, don't recommend. Shafrun, recommend. Ashfun, the one to be recommended. Shafaun, to recommend. So Shafa, Yashfa, Ishfa, Shafun, Mashfun, Shafaun. Shin, Fa'in is the root letter. Bab is Fataha. Nasara. Nasara, he helped. Nasaru, they helped. Nasarta, you helped. Nasartu, I helped. Nasartu, we all helped. Nasarna, we helped. Nasarat, she helped. Yansuru, he helps. Yansuruna, they help. Tansuru, you help. Tansuru, I help. Tansuruna, you all help. Nansuru, we help. Tansuru, he helps. Unsur, help. Unsuru, help you. La tansur, don't help. La tansur, don't help you. Nasirun, help. Mansurun, that one to be helped. Nasrun, to help. Nasara, Yansuru, Unsur, Nasir, Mansur, Nasr, Nun, Swadra is the root letter. Bab is Nasara. Let's go for the weak verb, the Hamza verb, and the repeated verb. Jaza, Yadzi, Izzi, Jazin, Mazun, Jazaun. Jim, Ya is the root letter. Bab is the pattern, Daraba. Jaza, he rewarded. Jazo, they rewarded. Jazaita, you rewarded. Jazaitu, I rewarded. Jazaitum, you all rewarded. Jazaina, we rewarded. Jazat, she rewarded. Yazi, he rewards. Yazuna, they reward. Tazi, you reward. Tazi, I reward. Tazuna, you all reward. Nazi, we reward. Tazi, she reward. Izzi, reward. Izzu, reward you all. La tazi, don't reward. La tazu, don't reward you. Jazim, the one who rewards. Mazun, the one to be rewarded. Jazaun, Jaza, Yadzi, Izzi, Jazin, Mazun, Jazaun. Jim, Zaya is the root letter. Babit, Darba. The next is Mazid fi verbs. An'ama, yun'imu, an'im, mun'imun, mun'amun, inamun. Nun and mim is the root letter. Bab is if'al on the pattern of aslam. Faddala, yufaddilu, faddil, mufaddilun, mufaddalun, tafdilun. Fa dal lam is the root letter. Bab is tafeel and bab pattern is allam. Ittaka, yattaki, ittaki, muttakin, muttakan, ittaka'an. Waw kafia is the root letter and bab is iftial on the pattern of ikhtalafa. So this is the ittaka. Ittaka, he got afraid. Ittaku, they got afraid. Ittakaita, you got afraid. Ittakaitu, I got afraid. Ittakaitum, you all got afraid. Ittakaina, we got afraid. Ittakat, she got afraid. Mudari, yattaki, he gets afraid. Yattakuna, they get afraid. Tattaki, you get afraid. Attaki, I get afraid. Tattakuna, you all get afraid. Nattaki, we get afraid. Tattaki, she gets afraid. Ittaki, get afraid. Ittaku, get afraid. You are. La tattaki, don't get afraid. La tattaku, don't get afraid. You are. Muttaqin, the one who gets afraid. Muttaqan, that one to be got afraid. Ittaka, to get afraid. Ittaka, yattaki, ittaki, muttaqin, muttakan, ittakan. Waw kafia is the root letter. Bab is iftiyal. An'ama, he prize. An'amu, they prize. An'amta, you prize. An'amtu, I prize. An'amtum, you all prize. An'amna, we prize. An'amat, she prize. Yun'amu, he prizes. Yun'amuna, they prize. Tun'amu, you prize. And an'amu, I prize. Tun'amuna, you all prize. And nun'anu, we prize. And tum'anun, she prize. Anim prize, animu prize your. La tunim, don't prize. La tunimu, don't prize your. Munamun, the one prize is. Munamun, that one to be prized. In naamun, to prize. An'ama, yun'amu, an'im, mun'amun, mun'amun, inamun. Nun and mim is the root letter. Bab is if'al on the pattern of ittaka. Waw kaf. Yeah. Okay, the next is faddala. Faddala, he preferred. Faddalu, they preferred. Faddalta, you preferred. Faddaltu, I preferred. Faddaltum, you all preferred. Faddalna, we preferred. Faddalat, she preferred. Yufaddilu, he preferred. Yufaddiluna, they preferred. Tufaddilu, you preferred. Ufaddilu, I preferred. Tufaddiluna, you all preferred. Ufaddilu, we preferred. Tufaddilu, she preferred. Faddil preferred. Faddilu preferred your. La tufaddil, don't prefer. La tufaddilu, don't prefer you. Mufaddilun, the one preferred. Mufaddalun, that one to be preferred. Tafdilun, to prefer. Faddala, yufaddilu, faddil, mufaddilun, mufaddalun, tafdilun. So the root letter is fa, dot, lam, and the bab is tafdil. Tafdil. Let's go for the grammar. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, Course 5, page 18, pointer B, Grammar. Today we will study the third pair, that is Ismu Ishara. Let's go for that. We saw the surf is that in which we made or build the words from the letters. Just like fa and lam are the three letters, we dual the words fa'il, maf'ul, fa'altum, yaf'aluna, if'al, fa'alun, fe'lun, etc. Now is that in which we join these words to make sentences, just like al-badun. Or we make first the pair, just like fil ardi, baytun kabirun, zalik al-bayt, bayt illahi. And then we join these pairs in sentences. Just like خلق الله الأرض في يومين كان هذا بيتا كبيرا كان هذا بيت كبير إن ذلك البيت بيت الله. We know so far have learned 4 types of sentences. First was the Jumla Ismiya, mean the nominal sentence. The example was Allahu Ghafur. The second was sentence with inna, just Inna Allaha Ghafur. The third word type, the sentence with kana, Kana Allahu Ghafura. The fourth type was Jumla Fi'liya, mean the verbal sentence, just Khalaqallahu al-Ard. And we have to study the 4 pairs. We have studied 2 so far. First was the harf jar. Second was the sifa pair, baytun kabirun. Today we are going to study this third one, zalikal baytu. And next, baytullahi kabirun, we study in the coming lessons. So let's have example. Baytun kabirun. Haza baytun kabirun raf. Ra zaidun baytan kabira nasf. Zaidun fi baytin kabirin. Baytin kabirin is the jar. So baytun kabirun raf. Baytan kabiran nas. Baytin kabirin jar. Today we will study the ismu ishara. We know haza mean this and plural is haulai. These. If I say haza baytu or haza al baytu or haza al baytu, so mean this house. It is not a complete sentence. The complete sentence has two conditions. There should be two noun or ism. The first should be proper noun, mean the marfa. The second should be common noun, mean the nakra. Here, see, haza is a proper noun. Yes. Al-baytu is also proper. When there are two proper nouns, then it is not a sentence. When there are two common nouns, mean the nakra, they are also not sentence. So let's have the three forms of this. If I say haza, it is rough. If I again say haza, now this time it will be nas. If I say third time haza, it will be ja. Now you can say they are the same three haza haza. Why you are saying it's a rough one nas ja? Because their sequence, when they come three in one sequence, the first will be taken as a rough, second will be taken always in nas, the third will be in ja. Okay, let's say hazal baytu. Al baytu is a rough. So this haza has come in the original form. Mean marfu is a rough state. Hazal baita. Al baita is a mansub, mean the nas. So this haza is also nas. Hazal baiti. Al baiti is a majroor because it have kasra. So this haza is in jar. So you can say the sentence or the construction of the sentence tell us either it is raf, nas, jar. Hazal baitu is raf because al baitu is raf. Hazal baita, it is mansub because al baitu is a mansub, nas. So haza is here in nas state. Hazal baiti, al baiti is in jar. So we'll say haza is here, jar. Okay, let's have examples. If I say baiti hazal baitu, al baitu is a raf. So is this haza is in raf. It's marfu. Ra zaidun hazal baita. Al baita is a nas. So this haza is in nas. Zaidun fi hazal baiti. Hazal baiti. Al baiti is a majroor. So this haza is majroor. One. Second, I told you when the harf jar comes, it is always followed by a ism. And that ism is always in jar. Look, fi is a harf jar. So haza is a ism. And moreover, haza is in jar. Because fi is telling the ism after it will always in jar. Because haza is a mabni. It's all the three states same. Haza, haza, haz. The harf jar is helping. This haza is not raf. This is not nas. It is jar because it has followed the jar. Look, hazal muslimu. Al muslimu is raf, so haza is raf, original state. Hazal muslima. Al muslima is a mansub, nas, so haza is a nas. Hazal muslimi. Al muslimi is jar, so haza is in jar. Hazal muslima. Al muslimu raf. Hazal muslima nas. Hazal muslimi jar. Okay, let's have example. Ja hazal muslimu. Al muslimu has come. So what is the state of haza? Raf nas jar. What it is? It's raf because al muslimu is raf. Ra zaitun hazal muslima. Al muslima is nas. So what is haza state? Haza is also in nas because it had come with the nas word. Look, Samia Zaidun min hazal Muslimi. Al Muslimi is in jar. So haza is also jar. One. Second, before haza is a min, harf jar. And after harf jar, there is ism, and that is always marur. So haza is majrur because harf jar is also helping us. Al Muslimi is also helping, and haza min is also helping. It's a jar. So hazal Muslimu raf. Hazal Muslima nas. Hazil Muslimi jar. Let's to have plural. Hazal Muslimu is a singular. Make it plural. Haza will become haulai. Al Muslimu will become al Muslimuna because it's a Dhamma word. Dhamma word plural is with waw nun. So we say haulai al Muslimuna. Let's to have practice. Haulai raf. Second haulai nas. Third haulai jar because they are in sequence. So first will be raf, second will be nas, third will be jar. Look. Haulai al Muslimuna. Al Muslimuna is raf because waw nun is the raf sign. So haza is in nas, in raf state. Second, haulai al Muslimina. Here, look, the al Muslimina has in nas. Haulai al Muslimina. Now you can say, what's the joke? Haulai al Muslimina nas. Haulai al Muslimina again the jar. Yes, because they are in sequence. First sequence is with waw nun, so it's clear it's a raf. The second is with second state, so it is the third is that because Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslim. Al Muslimuna, Al Muslimina, Al Muslim. The nas and jar state is the same. Okay, let's have an example. Ja haulai al Muslimuna. What is this haza? Raf nas jar. Raf because al Muslimuna is a raf. Ra Zaidun haulai al Muslimuna. Now what is this haulai? Raf nas or jar? This is nas because al Muslimina is the nas. Look, Samia Zaidun min haulai al Muslimina. What is this haulai? This haulai is in jar because the harf jar min telling after its ism should be jar. Al Muslimuna is also here in the jar state. Let's have the far pointer. Near pointer was haza haulai. For the feminine, hazai haulai. For the away, we say zalika ulaik. For the feminine, we say tilka ulaik. Let's have the feminine is demonstrated now. Awhayna ilayka hazal Quran. What is haza? Ilayka hazal Qur'ana. Hazal Qur'ana in nas state. Inna hazal Qur'ana yahdi again nas state. Walaqad darabna linnasi fi hazal Qur'ani. Here the haza in jar because before it there is a harf jar fi. So we will say haza is here in jar. Let's have the workbook. Write the dua lesson and plans individually and collectively for the verses in the pointers. Bani Israel were chosen over all other nations. This was a great favor upon them by Allah, as well as a huge responsibility to follow the message. Remembering Allah's favor helps us develop gratitude and makes it easy to follow Allah's command. Day of judgment will be very tough. There will be no helper in that day except Allah. Remembering it will make it easy to overcome the wrong temptations and the desires. Dua. O Allah, make me your thankful and obedient servant. Grant me Jannah on the day of the judgment out of your mercy. Plan or proposal. Propagate. Inshallah, I will remembering Allah's favor, especially when doing the zikr of Alhamd. Second question, what did the Bani Israel do instead of thanking Allah? Instead of thanking Allah by following His commands, Bani Israel became arrogant and mocked Allah's messengers and rules, and were proud of hollow rituals and the customs. Write the meanings of the following phrases. Uzkuru ni'matullati an'amtu alaykum. Remember my favor which I bestowed on you. La tajzi nafsun an nafsin shay'an. Will not avail a soul another soul anything. Wala tanfuha shafa'at. And will not benefit it any intercession. Like to make plural. Ni'ma, na'am, ni'm. Alim, alamun, alamin. Yom, ayyam. Nafs, anfus, and nafus. The 6 keys for Kabila: Kabila, yakbalu, ikbil, qabilun, makbulun, kabulun, accept. Nafa'a, yanfa'u, infa, nafi'un, manfu'un, naf'un, mean to benefit. Shafa'a, yashfa'u, ishfa, shaf'un, mashf'un, shafa'un, to intercede. Nasara, yansuru, unsur, nasirun, mansurun, nasrun, to help. Jaza, yajzi, izzi, jazin, majzun, jazaun, to avail. An'ama, yun'imu, an'im, mun'imun, mun'amun, ina'un, to bestward. Faddala, yufaddilu, faddil, mufaddilun, mufaddalun, tafdilun, effort. Ittaka, yattaki, ittaki, muttakin, muttakan, ittakan, to fear. Complete the sentences by adding the appropriate word. Jahaza, al-Muslim. Ra Zaidun, haza, al-Muslima. Samia Zaidun min hazal, Muslimi. Ja haulai, al-Muslimuna. Ra Zaidun haulai, al-Muslimina. Samia Zaidun min haulai, al-Muslimina. Underline the pointer words and preposition in the table given below. Awhayna ilayka hazal Quran, ilayka is the point. Inna hazal Qur'ana yahdi, haza is also a point. Haza is a point. Walakad darabna linnasi fi hazal Quran min kulli masal, liza, fi, arfija, haza is pointing, min is also harf. We learned the mazid fi 8 verbs in QC3. They were babe if'al, iftiyal, infiyal, istifal, mufa'ala, then taf'il, then tafa'al, and taf'ul. So let's do right. If'al, iftiyal, infiyal, istifal, mufa'ala, taf'il, tafa'ul, and taf'ul. We also learned that from allama, ta'aleem, the ba was taf'il. From hasaba, muhasba, ba was mufa'ala. From aslama, Islam, the ba was if'al. From ikhtalafa, ikhtilaf, the ba name was iftiyal. From istaghfara, istighfar, the ba was istifal. Tadabbara, we have tadabbur word and the ba was tafa'ul. And tadarasa, we have tadarus, the ba was tafa'ul. And inqalaba, we have inqalab word and the ba was infiya. So then we have the example. From allama example, well, qaddara, kafara, mata, nazala, walla, and the ba was taf'il. Hasaba, baraka, jahadas, dahaka, katala, nada, and the ba was mufa'ala. From aslama, we have example absara, akhraja, adkhala, arsala, asba, and the ba was Islam. From ikhtalafa, ittaba, ihtada, ishtara, ittakhaza, intaha, and the ba was ikhtilaf. Tadabbara, we have tasaddaka, ta'allama, tafakkara, tazakkara, takallama, and the ba was taf'ul. From tadarasa, ta'akaba, tanasara, tanaza, takasara, tafakhara, and the baba tafa'ul. From inkalaba, in sarafa, in talaka, in fajara, in kata'a, in kadara. Baba's infia. From istighfara, we have istafda, istakbara, istakama, istahaya, istakara. Baba's istighfar. So from talim, we added and lamim, the word become taf'il. In muhasba, we added fa and lam, the word become mufa'ala. In Islam, we added fa and lam, the word become ifal. In ikhtilafa, we added fa and lam, it become iftiyal. In istighfar, we added fa and lam, it become istifal. Tadabbur, we added fa and lam, it become tafa'ul. Tadarasa, we added fa and lam, it become tafa'ul. In kalaba, we added fa and lam, it become infiya. So fa and lam, from this we had 6 tables. Fataha yaftahu ifta, nasara yansuru unsur, daraba yadribu idrib, samia yasmo isma, and hasiba yahsabu ihsab, karuma yakrumu ukrum. They are called salasi mujarrad. Then come the mazid fi. What we do in fa and lam, we add 1 letter. We add an, it become fa'al, allama pattern. We add alif, it become fa'il, mufa'ala pattern. We add hamza in the beginning, it becomes ifal. So aslama pattern. In this fa and lam, the fa and lam, we add ta, it becomes tafa'al. In fa'ala, we add ta, it becomes tafa'al. If we add alif nun, it becomes infial, iftiyal, if'al, istifal. So let's go for the question. An'amtu alaykum mean I bestowed upon you. Wa anni faddaltukum mean and that I preferred you. Remembering Allah's favor help us to be closer to Allah, to be sincere to Allah, to be obedient to Allah, to develop the gratitude. All the 4 are correct. La tazzi nafsin an nafsin mean a soul will not avail another soul. Wala tanfa'uha shafa'atun mean and any intercession will not benefit it. On the day of resurrection, Allah will hold the whole earth and fold the heavens in with his right hand. On the day of resurrection, no person will be held responsible for other. No money, no recommendation, no power can help you. All the 4 correct. Ism fa'il of shafa is shafa'a. The fi'l amr of jaza is ijzi. Plural of ni'mat is ni'ma. What is the 3rd pair? Pair of ismu ishara. How can you describe the pair of ishara? By which one? The question, by which one? These are the words of ishara. Haza, zalika, ulaika, haulai. All the 4 are correct. For what haza used? It is used to point out of nearer things. What were used to point or to describe anything in distance? Ismu ba'id, that is zalika and ulaika. Example of nas state of plural ishara is Ra'aytu haulai al-muslimina, Ra zaidun haulai al-muslimina. Hal qala haulai al-muslimuna? Naam, qala haulai al-muslimuna. Hal tusma'una min haulai al-muslimina? Nam nasma'u min haulai al-muslimina. Awhayna ilayka hazal Quran. We have revealed to you this Quran. Fi hazal Quran, in this Quran. 7 homeworks you know, 2 of Tilawa, 2 of study book. Listen 1 or concise MP3 recording of the QC1. Talk about the course with your study partner. recite different surahs in Salah. So, Rabbi zidni ilma. Learn from the videos and try to teach and get the material from the site or get the training from there. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفر ونتوب إليك. اللهم اغفر لنا قبل الموت وارحمنا عند الموت ولا تعذبنا بعد الموت ولا تحاسبنا يوم القيامة إنك على كل شيء قدير. Ittaqa, the root letter actually is Hamza, Hamza Kafia. Hamza Kafia. Let's do it once again. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika nashhadu la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Allahumma ighfir lana qabla al-maut warhamna inda al-maut wa la tu'azzibna ba'da al-maut wa la tuhasibna yawm al-qiyamah innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah Hafiz. See you next week, inshallah. And remember, next week we will complete the page 18, and after that you will have the revision as well as the mid quiz.